Okay, we're back to Petaluma, California for this one, and filed this one under beers that I really thought I had reviewed, but I apparently never did. This is Lagunitas Brown Shugga. Now, the reason I'm probably thinking that I already reviewed it was because I reviewed Lagunitas Sucks, which was the brown Shugga substitute. Now, the story behind the brown Shugga substitute, I went in an earlier video, so you can kind of revisit that if you want that story, or go online and check that out too. I won't be offended, don't worry. But the story of brown Shugga was also kind of an accidental creation. No, it wasn't kind of, it definitely was an accidental creation. This is a 10% ABV, 10%. American Wild Ale, according to Beer Advocate. According to Rate Beer, they still kind of go with the original aim of this beer, which was a barley wine. Now, what happened was back in 1997, the folks at Lagunitas were trying to brew this barley wine called Gnarly Wine. And what happened was they spoiled the batch. It just didn't come out right. Something was off about it, and they took it to some guy who I guess has a lot of knowledge in trying to save a batch, because it costs a lot of money it costs a lot of money to brew whatever they were brewing at the time, this gnarly wine ale, and they wanted to do their best to try to save it. So the guy said, go all over the place, all over Petaluma, California, I suppose, and buy every bag of brown sugar from every grocery store you can go to and find. So that's exactly what they did. They went and got tons and tons of this brown sugar, poured it into the process, and they thought, oh hey, yeah, we saved the gnarly wine, good. So when it came time to taste it, the gnarly wine did not taste like the gnarly wine, but it tasted very, very good. So that's the creation of brown Shugga. I don't know if Lagunitas still has a gnarly wine or not. I haven't really gone too deep into the brewery's library of beers, but very interesting story behind this. Looking for a sweet pour. This is a winter seasonal, so we're still in winter. We're in the middle of February. And I'm guessing this is probably a 2017 beer. However, it's 10% ABV, so it does last. So I'm going to pour this American Wild Ale, barley wine, whatever you want to call it. I'll pour her into this snifter and see what we got here. Definitely has that copper look that you usually get, that brownish look that you usually get with a barley wine ale. So it definitely has the visual qualities of one, as you can see. Nice frothy head on this, probably a little bit more than a finger. I'm going to say about a finger and a half or so for brown Shugga. Aroma-wise, wow, very candy-ish. I'm definitely getting that brown sugar kind of smell from this. Very candy-ish. I'm trying to think what it smells like. It smells very familiar. Almost like a toffee-ish, maybe? A little bit toffee-ish? Maybe a hit of caramel in there. It's a very, very sweet-smelling beer, and hefty kind of aroma to it, and very fresh kind of smell. I like it. Very sweet. Very sweet. Starts off with a very candy kind of taste in the front of the mouth. I'm trying to think what it might be like. Maybe the brown sugar contributes to that, but there's some other candy kind of quality to this beer. And then it has kind of a smooth bittering in the back of the throat. Definitely a hefty, chewy kind of beer. But what a taste. And I would say that it does kind of have the qualities of the aftertaste of a barley wine. The front end, it seems a little more of its own beast, but the back definitely does seem a little barley wine-ish. Great representation of the style. I'm going to go ahead and give Lagunitas Brown Shugga a 9 out of 10. Representation of the style may be not the right thing to say, because what style do you classify it under? Beer Advocate and Rate Beer have two different styles. But good look to it. Very, very sweet, candy-ish aroma. The aftertaste gets a little bittering in the back, but other than that, it's a really, really neat beer and a really cool beer as well. I could see why they decided to brew it again after that mistake that they made. So 9 out of 10 for Lagunitas Brown Shugga. Thank you.